I was an English teacher. There's certain rules that you're just like, you just call it.
Yeah, well.
But I'm sure everyone. Yeah.
That skeleton place.
Yeah.
It's their slower but no line.
Yeah.
So that people can pass.
Get your photos in.
This person was staring at me, so I had to stop. Yeah, I think it was staring at us. But I.
There we go, now I'm connected. Not very good. Their carriers aren't. Weezer. Very busy, I guess that's why I thought we must be must have really happened.
I think this is like a Spanish-oriented place. Because they have burnt past cheesecake.
Oh, you were eating a lot of the.
Yeah, the appetizers.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Well, remember we each ordered something. I guess it's hard to remember.
Yeah. 'Cause I think it was like kind of similar to the lunch thing. So I got them mixed up maybe. It was good though. And the singing and the karaoke guy was really good. He's good at dancing too. It's kind of funny. It was like all like really old songs, like from like the 50s or 60s.
They're like almost every one I knew except like 2 or 3.
I do like some of them, but then he was.
Oh well. Oh no, it's this one.
It's the wrong side. You have to
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Got it.
Ah, there you go. Cyclist today, 6. They have a cyclist coming. Yes.
So you were sitting on the other side.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Here, go.
building? Number 4.
BBC World Service.
Basically had a massive argument the whole way because Tariq were reserving this particular spot which had a table.
On the other side, had a very important safety announcement, and I'm sure we were all listening. Yes. If not to worry, because I'll be repeating the most important part. That is for all of you on the upper deck today. Please do remain seated whilst taking your photos and videos. This is for 2 reasons. Firstly, we don't want you falling off, because quite frankly, I don't fancy getting my Baywatch on. And secondly, so our captains can see what they're doing at all times. They are fantastic, but they do not have X-ray vision. In the wheelhouse behind us today, we have our fantastic... They're around to answer any questions that you guys may have, whether that you guys needing direction to the bar or the toilet. Just let them know and they can give you a hand. And we have just had a very important safety announcement, and I'm sure we were all listening. Yes. If not to worry, because I'll be repeating the most important part. That is for all of you on the upper deck today. Totally does not say OXO is because, well, legally it doesn't. As when this was built, skyline advertising was in fact illegal due to us currently sailing on a royal highway. And of course they were taken to the Royal Hotel. Many famous people have stayed here, from the likes of Charlie Chaplin, Marilyn Monroe, Justin Bieber and even Taylor Swift. The most expensive room in here is the Royal Suite, and that will set you back just around £18,000.
I was going to
Like a pirate accent.
Coloured awnings. You'll see red and you'll see green. Now red stands for the Lords and green for the Commons. This colour coding goes throughout the rest of Parliament as well, where inside they have different bars, cafes and even toilets. This is all to keep them separated and to stop corruption. Now you tell me, how has that worked, Ty? Which is there on your left hand side, you'll see a small set of steps with a very small hut on top. Now that small hut is in fact London's smallest prison. One very famous man has stayed here, that man being Guy Fawkes, on the night he tried to blow up Parliament on the 5th of November. The very next day he was taken down the Thames to the Tower of London, where he was later hung, drawn and quartered for his crimes. Now, but of course on the right hand side here we have the grisly, the gruesome, the Tower of London. Now this is where that man Guy Fawkes was taken to be hung, drawn and quartered, but he wasn't the only one to be executed here. Two ex-wives of Henry VIII, Catherine Howard and Anne Boleyn, they were taken through the tunnel on the right hand side that has the word entry to the Traitors' Gate above it. They were taken through there, into the grounds of the tower and later executed. Now to be executed within the grounds of the tower, that was only reserved for royalty. The rest of us commoners back in the day, well, we would have been taken to Tower Hill, where we would have been hung in front of a public audience, and back then that was a fantastic family day out. Now if you were thinking of paying for a tour of the Tower of London, I would highly recommend not paying for one. This is because if you speak to the urban wardens, or more commonly known as the beefeaters, very very nicely, they might in fact give you one for free. This is because they live here alongside working here, and they have done for over 700 years, and this is where they guard the crown jewels. Now of course, if they did give you a free tour, do make sure to leave them a tip, as it said that if you tip any London tour guide here today, you get an extra 5 years of good luck. How good is that? We're coming on the right hand side now, we have our beautiful London skyline. And as I mentioned earlier, many of our skyscrapers here do have some weird and wacky names. Some of those being the pointy one you see there, that is the Scalpel. Just behind that on the right hand side is the Gherkin. On the left of the Scalpel, the one with the crosses is the Cheese Grater. And the one closest to us is the Walkie-Talkie. Now, on top of the Walkie-Talkie, you'll find a Sky Garden, and this is actually free to enter. However, you do need to book your tickets in advance. But if you do fancy a cocktail with a view, I would definitely recommend checking this place out. Now on the left hand side we have the tallest building in the UK, we have the Shard. Now this will forever...
If it does get lost, please do not move the seat and let one of us know so that we can assist you. We are pleased to have launched our free onboard Wi-Fi messaging service for all of our executive club members to enjoy on board today's flight. To connect to the British
Bridge! Woo! Yes, now the world famous fantastic London Bridge is directly behind you. Yes, that boring slab of concrete we have just passed under is London Bridge. The bridge you see in front, nobody really knows why, but it would score a direct hit. And after the World War, this ship was actually sent to be scrapped. However, the Imperial War Museum, they stepped in and bought this ship for a grand total of £1. Yes, £1 single they bought this entire ship for, where today it sits in the Thames as a floating naval museum. Now as we come closer to Tower Bridge, I'll get out of your way so you can get all your photos without me being in them. But I would like to remind everybody on the upper deck, please do remain seated whilst taking your photos and videos. This is so our captains can see and the people behind you can get a good photo as well. And if you did want to see it open whilst spending your time here in London, I'd highly recommend checking out the Tower Bridge website, where it shows you all the dates and the times that the bridge will be opening, so you can actually plan your days around it. And as we pass under Tower Bridge today, it is very important that we do make some noise and try and get a wave from the people on Tower Bridge. As it said, if you receive a wave from Tower Bridge, you'll actually get 5 years of good luck. And of course, this is a true sailor's legend. As the sailors who were leaving the city, this is the last bridge they would pass under, and their loved ones would be on here to wave them goodbye, in hopes they return safely 5 years later. So as we pass on the Tower Bridge today, make those waves loud and proud for me. Get your 5 years of good luck. Hello on Tower Bridge. Fantastic work, guys. 5 years of good luck for the lot of you.
Or just by chance.
And you now find yourself in the old port of London.